Hello, good day, everybody. I'm your host, Club Brother, host of Club Sports World, coming to you live right here, Leesburg, Virginia, Loudoun County area. And today, ladies and gentlemen, I'll get you guys the fact that Big E cashed in, became the new WWE Champ, by the way, after 12 years. I'll get you guys the fact that the Raiders have upset the Ravens, by the way, and the Ravens' offense is a little bit banged up. To get you guys the fact that the Mariners are going to host the 2023 MLB All-Star Game. Talk to you guys about the fact that the WWE Draft will be coming back on October 1st on Smackdown, and then October 4th on Raw, by the way. And also NXT 2.0 is tonight, guys. Get you guys to the fact that Terence Crawford versus Shawn Porter for the welterweight title, that'll be November 21st, or November 20th, guys, at the Mandalay Bay. So, and Clay Helton was just released last week as USC football coach, Trojans coach, by the way, after they lost at home to Stanford. And one player of the Saints and 7 coaches and staffers have COVID, by the way. Saints, they have COVID, by the way. So I'm not looking good there. Ryan Brown retired from the MLB. Happy 8-year anniversary to LeBron James and Savannah James. And it's also Ciara wore the Russell Wilson's Super Bowl ring at this 2020 Met Gala. So that's all there is you need to know on that, buddy. All right, first things first, I'm going to start things with the fact that Big E finally cashed in his Money in the Bank contract and walked out as the new WWE Champ, by the way, something he's been pursuing for 12 years. It took him 12 years for that. So say to say, ladies and gentlemen, the New Day are finally back together. I can tell you that. Big E became the new WWE Champ, by the way. So wow, that will be looking good as his resume. His name will be actually in history books for that career-defining moment. I mean, sure, he's a former, tag team champ along with the New Day, former Intercontinental champ. But now it seems a new WWE champ, something he's been chasing out there for 12 years now. Those days are gone. But Big E as the new WWE champ, wow. I mean, sure, Kofi Kingston may be the former longest-reigning WWE champ for sure. And now Big E, the new WWE champ, cashing in on the almighty one, Bobby Lashley. This is all after Bobby Lashley defeated Randy Orton, by the way, retained the WWE title. But then Big E cashed in and then walked out as the new WWE champ, by the way. Oh my goodness, wow. I'll tell you this though, that Big E's gonna he's gonna have his first out defense at Extreme Rules, by the way. Who's his opponent gonna be? It could be against Bobby Lashley. It could be against Randy Orton. We never know, guys. Big question I was gonna ask. So it said that New Day is finally back together. I can tell you that. And they could be back together for the draft, by the way. So I'll tell you about that for sure. So yes, Big E just got crowned the new WWE champ, by the way. And it's the best. It's music to my ears, which it is. It's must see, must watch. And it was on my birthplace in Beanton, Boston, Massachusetts. I can tell you that, guys. So Big E walking out as the new WWE champ. History it'll be talked about for years, ages, centuries, generations, months, decades in the making, everybody. So Big E to 12 years because new WWE champ. I'll tell you about that, goes. So congrats to Big E walking out as the WWE champ. And the New Day come back together for sure. It meets to marriage, which it is, and that's power positivity. And we saw power positivity just unload as Big E became the new WWE champ. So big congrats to him on that. And also this, so guys, some other news. Raiders have upset the Ravens 33-27. You know, let me tell you this right now. Sure, the Ravens showed in that game. And sure, Lamar Jackson, the Ravens offensive line is a little battered up right now. But Raiders, they're not going to be they are not going to miss the playoffs ever. All right? Derek Carr, if you think you're so good, if you think the Raiders what they last night was something else, your Raiders are going to be done for. All right, you guys got the Steelers. You guys got the Steelers by Sunday. And I hope you guys lose that game. So you know what? You guys got lucky last night on your home turf. But I'll tell you this right now. But I'll tell you this right now. Raiders are not going to be, they're not going to the playoffs. They're not going to win a lot of games. They're going to be so much pressure. If they don't make it to the playoffs, John Gruden is going to be in the hot seat. I can tell you that right now. I mean, you serious? Really? 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 I mean, that was a total fluke. I mean, Ravens should never lost. They should not have lost that game. They really should not have lost that game. So, I'm a bit ashamed right now of the Ravens right now. And Ravens, and Sunday night, they got to take on Chiefs Kingdom. So Chiefs Kingdom, they're gonna beat up Ravens yet again. I mean, sure, Chiefs Kingdom, they're the Ravens kryptonite. There's no way the Ravens are gonna be able to get revenge on Chiefs Kingdom. No, they will not. That's not gonna happen on the previous losses they've had. But Chiefs Kingdom, they're gonna beat them up. They will. Sunday night. So Ravens right now, they're gonna end up being 0-2. I think they're gonna be 1-0. But they're gonna be, they're gonna end up being 0-2. So clearly, a lot to be said here. And to be honest, I didn't think it was going to happen. Raiders last season were a terrible team with a losing streak, which they were. But last night, they looked so terrible. They just completely went lights out on the Ravens. I mean, they beat them 33-27. And just when you think that makes you so, and that makes you so relevant, that's just because that makes you feel so good. I don't think so. Raiders, whoever they face next couple games, I'm sure they're Steelers in week 2. You know what? Raiders are gonna have another lose streak ahead of them. I can tell you right now. They'll be like 1-12, I guess. I'll let how much that happens. Your Raiders got real good. I'm gonna call you Raiders fans out there. Because you Raiders fans right now, I despise you guys, right? I despise you guys because I'll tell you this right now. You guys are real lucky. And you Raiders right now think you actually going to make, you guys going to think of making playoffs. You Raiders fans really think the Raiders are going to make it to the Super Bowl? Please. 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 But you're not going to beat the Steelers, which you won't. And more importantly, Raiders are going to pick apart by the Steelers, which they will, but I look forward to that. So, John Gruden, he's better be in the hot seat because Ravens, they got embarrassed yesterday. I mean, it was not some low scoring game. No. They lost by like 6 points. They lost by like 6 points in the game. 6 points in that game. It's not one touchdown. I mean, Lamar Jackson like 2 interceptions in that game. Are you kidding me right now? So, Ravens offense they're so banked up. Gus Edwards and Marcus Peters, they're on the shelf with ACL injuries. J.K. Dobbins and Justice Hill, they're out. So really, I'm not gonna have Derek Carr MVP candidate, which he's not. All right, he's not. He's not there yet. He's on the same level as Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, I guess, who he just beat last night. Not the same level as Josh Allen, Big Ben, Baker Mayfield. None of those guys. You're not. You think Derek Carr, you think you're so special. You think you're so darn good. Well, you're not. Because one or the other, you will be done for. Raiders are not going to the playoffs. They will not. They're going to get beat up so badly. They're going to get crippled, and John Gruden's going to be sitting in the hot seat, probably get released easily. I can tell you that. So honestly, I mean, last night's game was a total fluke. Raiders, upsetting the Ravens, that was a fluke, a total fluke victory, which it was. I'll tell you about that. So clearly, Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. What happened? What happened? So, sure, Ravens defense, the Raiders defense, sort of put pressure on Lamar Jackson a bit, and he sort of threw the ball over a bit. But Ravens, they're gonna end up being 0-2. I'm sorry. But Ravens right now, they may not make it back to the playoffs. I mean, they may not win the AFC North. And honestly, needs to say that they may not be able to finish what they started. They're not going to be able to give revenge on the Chiefs, which they will not. They're not going to be able to come back from that loss. They're not going to be Super Bowl champs ever. Ravens, I'm sorry, but you got to get together. You Raiders, you guys got real lucky. Real lucky. Steelers are going to burn you guys down, which they will. I look forward to that. I really do. So you guys really think that Raiders are going to be able to make the playoffs? You guys really think the Raiders are going to? Do you think that dumpster fire teams are going to be able to, make a comeback? I don't think so. They have another losing streak ahead of them, which they will. And sure, they may have won last night, but they have a losing streak way ahead of them. I can tell you that. So, Raiders pretty much ousted Lamar Jackson and the Ravens and put them on alert. Like, really? That's not going to sit well with anybody. I can tell you about right now. So, Ravens, your season could be over. Raiders, I hope you guys don't make it to the playoffs. I hope you guys don't make it to the playoffs, which obviously you won't. I can tell you about that. So, Derek Carr, you'll be done for. And the rest of the 16 game. That's all I can say about that, everybody. Other news, by the way, I won't get into. Terence Crawford versus Shawn Porter, that for the welterweight title. That'll be happening November 21st at Mandalay Bay. I'm definitely looking for that fight. I got Terence Crawford out of the way. That's what I got, and that's all there is to you to know, buddy. So that's it there. In other news, by the way, Clay Helton just got released as USC Trojans football coach, by the way, after they got a home loss to Stanford, by the way, 42-28. So things need to go in the right direction for them. And honestly, USC Trojans football, they didn't have it in them. And I don't know what happened. That's all there's need to know. Also got some really sad news here I want to get into. That LSU football student by the name of Kevion Falk, by the way, who was Kevin Falk's daughter, has been deceased at 19. It's very unclear what she died of exactly. Don't know the cause of her death toll was. My thoughts and prayers go to Kevin Falk, LSU, all their family members, all their fans, all their viewers, all subscribers to horrific loss. And that's all there's I can say on that, everybody. It's just awful news there. You just hate to see someone close, you just don't like that. So that's just awful news there. Also, guys, I told you guys earlier today that the WWE Draft will be October 4th. I'm sorry, excuse me. WWE Draft will come back October 1st, by the way, starting on Smackdown, and then October 4th on Monday Night Raw. So Big E could be staying on Monday Night Raw as the new WWE Champ, by the way, which he is, which you saw last night on Monday Night Raw. So who's going to go where? Are the New Day, New Day may be back together, but are they still going to be intact in the WWE Draft? Let me know in the comment section about that. I'll definitely adjust, because last time I checked, New Day had to be split apart. We had Kofi and Xavier Woods stay on Raw, and then Big E was staying on. We were going to Raw, and then Big E was on SmackDown that day. So I think this WWE Draft will be only different because you could have New Day back together, which they were last night. So I could tell you this, that the New Day back together. Big E's the new WWE Champ, by the way, in my birthplace of Beantown, Boston, Massachusetts, which is the best thing yet there. That's all there is you got to know on that. So I think whoever goes where, well, big surprise there. Where will the bloodline end up at? Roman Reigns, it's the longest reigning Universal Champ, and, the Usos, 7-time tag team champs. Where will the bloodline go? Are they going to stay on SmackDown? Let me know about that. Where will Drew McIntyre? Where will Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair? Where will Shotzi and, Tegan Knox? Who did get wins against Natalya and Tamina, by the way, a few times. So explain to me why Shotzi Blackheart and Tegan Knox don't have a title opportunity. They need a women's title opportunity. They really do. So really, it should be, so instead of having Rhea Ripley and Nikki ASH face off against Natalya and Tamina for the women's tag team titles, you should have Tegan Knox and Shotzi Blackheart in the mix and make that a women's tag team triple threat match for the women's tag team titles instead at Extreme. That should happen. So it should come down to Shante Blackheart and Tegan Knox versus Rhea Ripley and Nikki ASH against Natalya and Tamina, the current women's tag team champs, at Extreme Rules. That needs to happen. I can tell you about that. So that's something that needs to change. I can tell you about that, and that's everything you need to know, everybody, on that note. So I definitely look forward to that, which I do, by the way. That's all I can say there. So that's all I can say on that, everybody. So once again, guys, the WWE Draft will be coming back to October 1st on SmackDown, and then October 4th on Monday Night Raw. That's next month, guys. So stay tuned on that, everybody. Also, guys, some other news I'm about to get to. 8 Saints officials, including 1 player. 8 Saints coaches and 1 official. 1 player, by the way, of the Saints. They get COVID. Sean Payton says that the Saints coaches and the personnel staffs were 100% fully vaxxed, and that is all there is to on that. Their other game will be against the Jags, that is. So that is all there is to on that, everybody. So week 2, the Saints will be taking on the Jags by week 2. That's all you need to know on that. That's all I can say on that, everybody. So best you get there. Also, got some news that Ryan Braun has retired from the MLB, by the way. So that is all there is you need to know on that, everybody. So Ryan Braun's from the MLB. So you need to know on that. Also, other news, by the way, Ciara wore the Russell Wilson Super Bowl ring at the 2020 Met Gala, by the way. So Met Gala had a lot of big stars there too. A whole lot of big stars from the sports world, entertainment world. From Ciara, Russell Wilson, I guess. From Serena Williams. From Russell Westbrook. From Naomi Osaka. From, Travis Scott. To A$AP Rocky. Rihanna. You had Megan Fox. J-Lo, Ben Affleck, or Bennifer 2.0. Then you also had Rita Ora and all the other famous faces out there. So that's everything you need to know on that. So it's a big event, guys. It was this past week. So all you guys need to know on that, everybody. All you need to know on that. Also, guys, that tonight's a big night. NXT 2.0 is tonight. That's the rebranding of NXT, guys, which you will see tonight. You'll also see a new NXT champ being crowned, by the way, since after Samoa Joe vacated his NXT title because of an injuries that he sustained. It will be for the Fatal 4-Way match to crown a new NXT champ. Kyle O'Reilly versus LA Knight versus Tommaso Ciampa versus Pete Dunne. Fatal 4-Way match to crown a new NXT champ, by the way. That will be tonight, guys. You also see Raquel Gonzalez defend the NXT Women's title against Franky Monet. And also, to cap this all off, you all see the biggest night of the yet, NXT's first ever wedding between Indi Hartwell, and Dexter Lumis. They'll be married. They're gonna get married tonight. Yes, guys, tonight, everybody. So the Index wedding is tonight, guys. Don't miss it. Must see, must watch. Hope you guys enjoy that. That's the message you get there. That's all there is you need to know on that. So this is NXT's first ever wedding they're ever gonna have. I can tell you about that. I'm sure Raw and SmackDown, they've had their weddings in the past. But NXT, this is the first wedding they're ever gonna get. So that's the best news yet there. We all know weddings turn out. So that's all there is you need to know. I hope this is gonna be a good one. I can tell you about that. Also, guys, some other news I want to get to, by the way, that and there will be some new faces in NXT 2.0, by the way, tonight, guys. Catch on the USA Network, everybody. Also, another news that congrats to Kate Hudson. She got engaged to Danny Fujikawa. Big congrats to her. Congrats to them on both of them. That's all there's each on that. Also, guys, happy 8-year anniversary to LeBron James and Savannah James. Even though Savannah James is already 35, the big milestone age birthday for her. So it's all there's each on that. So happy 8-year anniversary to LeBron James and Savannah James. And LeBron James could look forward to getting a 5th brass ring, a 5th crown, by the way. Even though he's got 83, you got hometown MVP, hometown GOAT, Russell Westbrook. You got Melo. You got Dwight Howard in there. You got Malik Monk. All those guys there. So that'll be the best news yet there, everybody. And that's everything you know. So happy 8th anniversary to LeBron James and Savannah James, by the way. That's all the news you know on that. Also, everybody, other news. I want to wish happy birthdays go out to Larry Brown, Andrew Lincoln, Nas, Jimmy Bucket, Jimmy Butler, JT Money, Shayla Mitchell, and Sam Neal. Somebody birthday wishes, shout out, tweets about. Please be sure you do so on that. That's everything you need to know on that. That's the best you get there. So that's all you need to know that. And also happy birthday to Satoshi Kojima, everybody. So all this you need to know on that, everybody. And that's the best you get there. So that's all I got to say on that, everybody. And that's all I can say there's you need to know. So best you get there, and that's all there's you need to know. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that would do right there for the Clubhouse Sports Board. Like, subscribe to the Clubhouse Sports Board YouTube channel, Facebook page by Indi, and all means necessary. Send me your comments, your tweets, your thoughts, your reaction on Big E becoming the new WWE Champ, by the way. Thoughts about that after he cashed his Money in the Bank contract last night on Raw. You guys saw it, the New Day back together. Let me know about that. I'll just want to share, buddy. You listen to the Raiders upsetting the Ravens, by the way, last night. And the Raiders, they didn't have home field advantage, which they did. And the Ravens, they're not going to come back from that loss. I mean, they got Chiefs Kingdom by Sunday night. That's all I can say on that. And G-Man, you know, they need to get together. And I got to tell you this right now. G-Man needs to move from Dan Dimes, which they do. Their O-line is not doing so good. And honestly, they're going to beat up Washington, but they need to move from Danny Dimes. All Dave Gettleman and all of or Joe Judge has to do. Paige, Cam Newton. That's all they gotta do. That's all they gotta do. And to be honest, I think my G-Men need to get together. And I think that my G-Men need to. I mean, they gotta find a new quarterback. I mean, it could be Cam Newton. I can tell you that, though, guys. So that's all there's for that. Their O-line's not doing good. They got good defense, but the O-line's not doing so good. So I'm not pleased with that, which I'm not. So G-Men need to get together. They got Washington, who they beat a couple times, and they're gonna beat them yet again, which I will enjoy. So let's say that, buddy. What do you thoughts on Terence Crawford versus Shawn Porter? Yeah, Shawn Porter, by the way, guys. Let me know in the comments about that. I'll adjust the sponsor, buddy. That's everything you need to know on that. That's all I can say on that for sure, buddy. Also, what are your thoughts on Clay Helm being released as USC Trojans football coach after they lost to at home at Stanford, by the way, 42-28. Thoughts about that? Let me know in the comments. But I'll just want to share, buddy. Your thoughts on the WWE Jeff coming back to on October 1st on Smackdown and October 4th on Monday Night Raw. Your thoughts about that? Let me know in the comment section. I'll address my share, buddy. That's everything you can do on that. Your thoughts on the NXT 2.0 premiere tonight, guys? With a lot of new faces going to be there. You'll see Pete Dunne versus Kyle O'Reilly versus LA Knight versus Tommaso Ciampa for the NXT title Fatal 4-Way match to crown a new NXT champ. Also, your thoughts on LSU? Same thoughts out to LSU to Kevin Fox as he lost his daughter, who's season 19, by the way. Those words out to him, all of his family members of his fans over the loss of his daughter, and that's all this was for that. Your thoughts on Mariners hosting the 2020 All-Star Game, MLB All-Star Game? Thoughts about that? I just want to share, buddy. Your thoughts on the Ryan Brown time from the MLB? Let me know in the comments about that. I'll just want to share, buddy. That's everything you need to know on that. That's all I can say on that. Also, your brother wishes out to Larry Brown, Andrew Lincoln, Satoshi Kojima, Nas, Jimmy Butler gets JT Money, Shayla Mitchell, Sam Neal. Be sure to tune that, but it's all this you say that. And I'm back for breaking news. Shin Times live on day so on a whole lot more than Club Sports with everything sports related. Everything you got to know. All got to say, but take care, you guys. You guys have a good day. Please be safe with that. Bye bye.